ఓం అస్మద్గురుభ్యో నమ. జై శ్రీమన్నారాయణ. The glories of Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra. We are chanting the Vishnu Sahasranama weekly once and trying to understand the Vaibhavam and the Namartham, whichever can be possible, how much can possible, and we are trying to understand how much we can do. So, in that sense, that first sloka, one sloka, which is uttered by our Purvacharya Swami, Purvacharyas, means all our elder gurus. Why the Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra is this much essential for each and everybody to chant and given such a great importance. They given one sloka. That sloka only we are discussing, and we just got break from last 3 days and continuation of that one only. That is महाभारत सारत्वात् ऋषिभिः परिगानतः वेदाचार्य समाहारात् भीष्मोत्कृष्टमतत्वतः परिग्रहातिशयतो गीताध्यै कार्द्यतश्च नः सहस्रनाम्ना मध्याम उपादेयो तमोमतः. This is the sloka. The 6 reasons are explained in it in Sanskrit sloka, and what are the 6 reasons we are discussing? The 2 reasons already discussed, that is Mahabharata Saratvat. The Vishnu Sahasranama is the essence of the Mahabharata. That is the reason it got such an importance to be taken as a paramadharmam for chanting the Bhagavan Nama in terms of this Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra. That is one reason. And Rushibhi Pariganataha. So each and every Nama is not a simple Rudi Namas like somebody take and put and calling this is the names of the Lord. It's not like that. Each and every Nama is a divine quality which existing in the Lord, and that is Purnam, and that is just an experience of a Rishi. The Rishi is also not invented newly a quality in the Lord. Those are the qualities which are existing forever in the Lord, always existing in the Lord. By a grace, the grace of the Lord, one particular Rishi experienced a quality of that Tattva, so that he becomes a Nama. So, like that, many more rishis entire their lifetime, as the result of their complete life, they got a siddhi to know a particular quality of a Lord. So that becomes a name. So whichever, how many people, whoever people simply chanting that nama, that definitely Lord will think the particular rishi only. So then the grace whatever he showed on that rishi will also fall on us. And thinking about that rishi, that bhakta only, Lord also will bless us, because he will think that you are related to that bhakta. Yes, that's why you are chanting that. So you related to that. Yes, who told you this nama to you? Like that, Lord will having such a curiosity on us also, such a compassion, already compassionate to his children undoubtedly. But somebody chanting, somebody's other children or somebody earlier children chanting mantra, he is remembering, means he will become more happy and more compassionate to show his grace on us. That's why this is again essential for us. So second reason is Rushibhi Pariganataha. All Rishis are uttered these namas as their essence of their lives. So it is such an important thing. And now we are also trying to know the third reason of this glories of Vishnu Sahasranama. Why this Vishnu Sahasranama is great? Because of this third reason, explaining Vedacharya Samaharat, means it is came through Vedacharya. Who is Vedacharya? Means who divided the Veda, who segregated the Veda properly and arranged in a proper way and spread it to the next generation in a systematic way. That is known as Vedacharya. Who is that Vedacharya? Is none other than Sri Vedavyasa Maharshi. That's why the name also called as Vedavyasa. So who, because Vedavyasa is also not actually a name also. It is also not a name. It is also a position only. Each and every kalpa Vedacharya will be there. Always, each and every kalpa, people's buddhi will become manda buddhi. Particularly in Kali Yuga, buddhi won't work. So that's why it is manda buddhi. So this manda buddhi can't preserve the Veda properly. Like that, a Vedacharya will be there who preserves the entire Vangmayam. That means the literature, to know the philosophy, to know the tattva will be preserved always. So Vedacharya generally, Vedacharya given Brahma Sutras, the essence of the Veda, he given as the Panchama Veda, Mahabharata. And of course, he composed Brahma Sutras, that is also essence of Veda, in a most systematic way. This is the Vedacharya. The Vedacharya known as Vyasa Maharshi. And his actual name is Krishna Dvaipayana. Each and every kalpa, Vyasa will become change actually. But that Vyasa is a great actually. He is also a incarnation of the Bhagavan only. The Lord Bhagavan only come as Vyasa with complete knowledge, with complete tapashakti. So, you can see in Vishnu Sahasranam itself we have chanting Vyasa Vaibhavam. Vyasam Vashishta Naptaram Shakte Pautrama Kalmasham Parasharatmajam Vande Sukatatam Taponidhim. He is Taponidhi. That's why whatever they told will be pretty much sure it should be an apt one, a standard one. And their generation also, Vashishta Naptaram. Vashishta is such a great person. Naptaram means he is a grandson of Vashishta. Vashishta is stayed with Rama also, that much old. Treta Yuga, he is a minister of Rama, that is Vashishta Maharshi. That Vashishta Maharshi is having ability to change a king. King means something, a rajas will be there, is desire person only. Kings having desires, of course his personal desires, and of course a best kingdom desire. So generally desire will be there for king. So this desirable king become a great Maharshi. That is because of Vashishta. So that's why he is having such a ability to change in a right way. So something like so, that kind of Vashishta is having a grandson, that is Vyasa. So means he will be that parampara, he also will have such a abilities. So Vyasa is such a person to accept undoubtedly. And of course Parasharatmajam is the son of Parashara. Parashara is such a great standard person to tell the true tattva without any hesitation, without any confusions, and no chance of any misunderstanding. So these kind of abilities is there in Parashara. So he is the son of Parashara. So he is something telling means it is also a most standard one. So this kind of great tapasiddhi having Vedavyasa Maharshi is collected just like an honeybee. He collected. So namas of the Lord is lakhs and lakhs, not lakhs, infinite. But he collected for our convenience, for the people's convenience. He selected a 1,000 namas and collected like a honeybee and grab all grabs and collected a beautiful honey like Madhuram as Vishnu Sahasranama and collected and arranged in a proper way to reveal the tattva. Though these 1,000 namas are given also, it is arranged in a way to reveal the tattva. If you know the each and every meaning of the name of the meaning of the name, it's not easy to understand, but we can try. Means it is an order of revealing the tattva. So that way he arranged the Vishnu Sahasranama. So that is the reason such a great history, such a great background is hidden in this Vishnu Sahasranama. So that's why this is another important third reason, Vedacharya Samaharat. That's why it is through, it came through the Vedacharya Vyasa Maharshi. That's why it is the most standard one. It is most acceptable for all of us and take as a Paramadharma to chant every day and remember every time the qualities of the Lord with us will enlighten us undoubtedly. So we are trying to know the glories of Vishnu Sahasranama and keep chanting the Vishnu Sahasranama. At least as a together we are chanting in a group in weekly. So thanks very much for listening. विशिष्टाद्वैत सिद्धांत प्रचारैक विहारणे श्रीमन्नारायणाचार्य स्वामिने नित्यमंगलम यावत् प्रपंच संपूज्य चरणाय महात्मने श्रीमन्नारायणाचार्य यतिराजाय मंगलम. जय श्रीमन्नारायण.